I be going through is I'll be like watching YouTube videos and I'll be seeing, oh, this is going up, this is going up, and then I'll be like, bro, why you ain't do a video about this? You looking at the videos about this? So this is why I'm back. Jean Paul has left FMW. I'm not sure how something like that could have occurred, being that you were like the driving force to the hot topics of FMW for the last month by way of basically bullying. And you left because of bullying. Give me 1 second. I'm never done this before, but actually I'm not going to do it because I. So he left because people were saying too many gay jokes, but you was joking on everybody. You was joking on people's moms, deceased moms or fathers. You was joking on sensitive things that other people don't like talking about, and then you leave because and you want to make it seem like you're being bullied. I'm done with Dijon Paul at this point. I ain't gonna lie, I was done with Dijon Paul the first time I seen Dijon on No Jumper when he called T Rail and AD employees. I didn't mess with him at that point. Not because he called them employees, but it was just the vibes he was giving, the smoke he had for DJ Head. It just seemed to be unwarranted in my opinion. And it seemed one thing I did mess with was his stance like, oh, you guys is working for white platforms, you working for the white man. Da, 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 da. Why don't you do it yourself? Because I didn't know him at that point. I didn't know that he was a cap ass nigga. I didn't know that he was gonna turn around and go work for that same white man that he was trying to talk down on to two black men for working for. I didn't know that he allegedly lied about getting popped. I thought he really got popped. I don't know who lies about getting popped. You know what I'm saying? I don't know who lies, who says that, and then it's not true. I just don't know. And I'm not gonna lie, this whole thing with Stet, it really didn't look good, but at the same time, they both kind of looked like suckers because it seemed like Dijon was capitalizing off of the fact that he knows Stet is nonviolent. He knows Stet doesn't really like to handle things that way, so he was pressing the issue and taking advantage, which is some bully shit, which is some hoe shit. And I don't think that if you ask me, I have two theories. I think one, either something's getting serious for Dijon because he kind of overstepped his boundaries, and that's why he's leaving FMW. Either Dijon has another opportunity, and he's like a cheap hoe, and he just jumping from dick to dick, and he thinks this opportunity is gonna put him over the top. Maybe that's why he's leaving. Number three, he can't handle it. He can't handle it. You just started all of this stuff. You just made this whole big stink. I'm sure it's people still in your DMs talking about this, that, and the third. You shouldn't have did this. You fat this. You gay this, and he can't take what he's actually brought on himself. I'm leaning more towards he can't take what he's brought on himself because it the thing is, bro, you really like. I think he's generated a lot of clicks and views. What's up? I think he's generated some revenue for the higher ups. What he's done for his own personal brand the past month, you kind of made it even worse because he already was being looked at a certain type of way because of the way he talked to people. You know what I'm saying? Because of them lame ass grades you be putting on them that report card. Like, it's like, bro, it's a difference between being objective and then just being unnecessarily inflammatory, unnecessarily, you know, combustible or something like, like something that can catch fire, like unnecessarily argumentative. Like, bro, I think that the type of person that you are comes out the longer you're on camera. And from what I can tell, he just don't seem like a solid dude. And and I was kind of leaning towards another way. And of course, I don't know him. I've always wanted to be one. Um, we'll have to talk about that at another time. I gotta like, you know what I'm saying? Like this, I'm just now getting into the swing of things. I don't think I've ever seen you on my page, so we'll have to. I have to get to know you a little bit more to be a mod, and I don't think I need a mod at this point. But he just don't seem like a genuine dude. He seems like he'll do anything to get attention because it don't even seem like it's money. Because the way he moving, he seemed like he lived with his parents still, and there ain't nothing wrong with it. But y'all know, them niggas that live with their parents and like you really ain't gotta worry about nothing, but you like grown as hell and y'all know the type. Y'all know the type, bro. You know the type where it's just like, oh, this nigga, he ain't never really been told about himself in life. He been around people that tell him that he's just great and that he's never wrong. That's vibes I get. So as far as him leaving FMW, I ain't gonna lie to y'all. I support FMW. If I see it on, I might peek in. Sometimes I might watch, the whole episode, but I'm not really a FMW fan. It's not my type of content. I think it's content for, people that want to be entertained a little bit differently than I would want to be entertained. This does nothing for FMW. I've never watched Fair to Say. I'm pretty sure that it may be a little bit if they're gonna bring Hove on there and Tiny because I'm not sure. I'm seeing a clip or whatever, but I just pause it because I don't be want to take stuff and from other people. It's not gonna do nothing, bruh. Um, and I was listening to Homeroom University. They were talking about how you know this is kind of FMW's thing. Honestly, bro, for people like me, I've been listening to the JBP for a minute. I'm a podcast aficionado. I podcast, and I would say I'm a pretty good podcaster. Um, so for someone that's like kind of in the content creation, you kind of been in it, you kind of learning, the science of it. Something like FMW is probably not going to be as appealing, but for people who just like fuck shit, I think I think I don't know what you're talking about. I think they're exactly where they need to be. I don't look at their numbers and stuff to know, but from what it seems like, I think they straight. So, like, fair to say, what was fair to say gonna do, bro? Who is watching fair to say? The only niggas watching fair to say is people that have time on their hands at the time that shit comes out. Come on, bro. So there's honestly, bro, this really might be a play. This really might be a play because what, like, I don't know, bro. I don't. I'm gonna have to look more into this Dijon stuff because it's like I don't really see where you gonna go from here. Like, how are you gonna? So I guess he was only working there for like 6 days. What have you built up? What have you used? Because you wasn't getting paid no money. So the obvious thing would be to build up your solo profile and build up your name and recognition. That would be the like real reason why you're there. What did you build up, bro? You had a quick spark, but if you're leaving now from FNW, what it's basically like you should have never even went there because all you did was make a little spark and you're not building nothing off of that. At least I don't believe so. People say he got motion, outside motion, and maybe he does. I don't believe it. I don't believe that shit. So for me, you really wrong because I don't think you made the best decision for yourself from a content perspective. Of course, I don't know him, but like he about to have a podcast. He about to is he about to do live streams daily? He's gonna be live streaming. Nobody's gonna watch that shit. You folded for real. You really just fumbled the bag. I hope this is a PR stunt, Dijon, because you really fumbled the bag. If we really talk about it, we can get into that thing because I got experience on that shit. where you think, oh, I don't need to be here. Oh, this job is bad. No, no, no. You right there. Just because you're not going, just because everything that you going through ain't going the way you want it to be, you need this job. You need the boost that it's going to give you on your resume, and your ass need to sit here for just a little bit longer. And I think that's the problem with Dijon. Oh, man. But the good thing about it is if he did leave and was not as prepared as it looks like he is. It does not look like he's prepared to actually make a switch and start doing his own shit. It looks like Stet, surprisingly, is gonna have a way smoother transition than he would. And this is just, I'm just forecasting this. I think after he struggles, he's gonna see that he made a big mistake. But I mean, we'll see. And I'm sure he's gonna do a live. I'm sure he's gonna be lying and making shit up. Cause it's like, bro, you did all of this stuff. You did all of this other shit, and that was some whole shit, but it's some content shit. So niggas let it fly. And like trying to make, and then it's like on some black shit. Like nobody is hearing what he's saying because you bullshit. We just seen what you was doing for the last 3 weeks, trying to cast that homophobic, like low key trying to like, oh, this is homophobic. And then the way you try to do it with Matt Wop, he was like, bro, I hate when people when like niggas is joking and niggas is doing content and you don't got nothing to say back, so you gonna choose the cancel culture route. I hate that shit, bro. I hate that shit. But for some reason, one of my materials is by my daughter's stuff. These kids is always touching stuff. I'm a really relaxed though. Y'all have another live this week, definitely. But Dijon, you is tripping. Shout out to FMW. You might as well just bring Step back at this point. What was the point? We out.